Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's a good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We woke up today. It's another day to get it right. Good morning. If you are new here, I am your girl, Sade Boom. Thank you for tuning into this video. Thank you for subscribing. I notice each and every new subscriber that I get, and I just want you to know that I appreciate you and thank you for taking the time out to embark on this journey with me of YouTube. To all my day ones, I love you guys, and yes, thank you. I appreciate you guys. So y'all know, if you know me, what I start my day with. I give you 5 seconds. What I start my day with. Yep. This is life. Well, I should be saying what I start my life with. I start my life with coffee. You know, I gotta take the first step with y'all. Oh, and it's hot. It's nice and hot. Okay. I always say, if I was a lesbian, Ellen would be my woman. But the girl who make my coffee, Zoe, that would be my side chick. I think I should just basically just get right into this. That's what you clicked on the video for. So yes, good morning. Like I said, I just wanted to come on here because I did mention it in a live that I was going to make a video about it and what had happened. If you joined the live and you heard me tell it there, then you know what I'm talking about. For those who didn't join the live and don't know what I'm talking about me and my son. And there was a situation with me and my son a few days ago, and everything extended from me asking him, why does he keep garbage in his room? I asked him for something, and I went to go look in his room for it, and I pulled up his pillows, and he had like wrappers, potato chip bags. He just had so much stuff under there, and I'm just like, how could you sleep in your bed with this? Like, this is not acceptable at all. And you know, so from there, like, we had started like going at it, and basically my son was really, I've never seen him that intense, and I've never seen him that like upset and somewhat of a little anger and rage. And for some reason I just knew that that wasn't for me. So he had said something when we were going at it with each other, which we never do. So it was completely out of character and it was completely out of line. But he said something in the midst of us going back and forth, and he was like, I'm not scared of you and my father anymore. Yes, he did. So I said, I stopped and I paused. I said, you were afraid of me? You're afraid of me? And he was like, no, I'm not afraid of you. I said, well, let's run down the line because I want to make sure. I said, have I ever beat you? No. Have I ever starved you? No. Have I ever locked you in a closet? No. Have I ever burnt you with cigarettes? Have I ever, like, I thought of all the things that we hear in the newspaper of what, you know, parents do to children and mistreating them and, you know, just being mean intentionally. And so I asked him all of those things, and he just was like, no. So I was like, so what would make you say that comment? And so at that point, I knew he's like just looking at me. And at that point, I knew that he was imposing the energy he feels about his father on me. And his feelings are very, very valid. I've never spoken about this publicly. I've never posted anything about my situation with my son's father. I never, I don't harass him. I don't call him. I don't look for him. I don't, you know, he has 100% access to my son. But Everybody is grown in the situation besides my son. And if a parent wants to be there, you'll be there. So the fact of the matter of what I'm getting to is that these boys need their dad. They need their fathers. And it's easy to say that I have my husband here and he plays a big role in Zion's life. He's been here for years and my son loves him, but it's still not his dad. The attention that my son wants, he wants from his dad. The acceptance that my son wants, he wants from his dad. The love that he wants from his dad. Everything is his dad. And remember, my son is autistic. He mentions his dad in every conversation that we possibly have. Some way, somehow, in some shape or form. He mentions him all the time. And I was really, really angered when we was going at it because I couldn't even pick up the phone. I was so angry. I couldn't pick up the phone to call his dad and say, listen, this is what's happening. You got to talk to Zion. Because he's not involved like that. That's just the truth of the matter, and you can't change facts. I don't think that he's a horrible person. I don't hate him, but the distance and the what I feel like is abandonment that my son feels, I don't have no control over that. And as mothers and fathers, we kind of, because I don't want to exclude the good dads, as mothers and fathers, as good moms and good dads, we tend to try and control that aspect of our children's lives to where they are shielded and protected from a lot of different things and just wanting the best for them. And everything else, every decision in Zion's life I have made for him, and it's always been the best decision of what I felt as his mother. And this is the one thing that I don't have control over, that I can't fix. I can't fix the emptiness if he feels that I can't fit, because I can't force the hand of the other person. I just can't. I can't make him accept my son for who he is. I just can't. I can't. As much as I wish I could, I can't. So that got me really angered, and I was like feeling all of this resentment, all of these horrible feelings was coming up about his dad. And I just, even though my feelings are valid, but I didn't want to stay in that place. And anytime my son does something, if he says something to me that he know he shouldn't have said, or he wasn't listening that day, or he was giving me a hard time another day, he always comes home the next day either with a letter or with an apology. All the time. It doesn't sit well with him when me and him are in friction. And that's exactly what he did. He came home with a letter. But I had to let it be clear and let it be known, despite you can feel how you want to feel. It's a conversation. We communicate in here. It's a conversation. You cannot disrespect me. That can't happen. I'm your mother. You have to have respect for me. That's a must. That's not negotiated. That's not compromised. You have to respect me. So when he came home the next day after the situation, the altercation had happened, my husband had a conversation with him, and it was very, we have to deal with all the children differently. And it was very, very heartfelt, and it was very, very straight to the point, because Zion understands. We do not treat him like he's slow or we don't treat him like that. He's absolutely normal. He just processes things differently than the next person. That's it. And he's very particular about things. That's all it is. But he understands, and he was very remorseful. And, my husband made it clear to him, it's your mother who you see when you go to sleep. It's your mother who you see when you wake up. It's your mother who you see when you're sick, when you need to go to the doctor, when she got to take care of something at the school, when you got to eat, when this got to happen, that got to happen. You need soap, you need clothes, you need this, you need that. It's your mother. And he was just like, I know, I feel so bad. And this, that, and the third. So, of course, I forgave him. I forgave him even in the midst of when everything was happening. And it's so crazy because as a mother, it was very scary for me to see my son like that, in that way. Like, it just let me know the intensity of what he's feeling about the void of his dad. And I went in my room and I was bawling, crying. I called my husband. I was crying. And, you know, my son was like, do you want me to leave? I'll leave. I could just sleep outside. And I was like, Zion. And listen to little Royalty talking about, Zion, you're going to sleep outside. There's strangers out there. They'll hurt you. So, you know, I don't know if there's any moms on here that may be struggling with their teens pertaining to the absence of their dad, or their dad who's in and out, or not 100%, or when they feel like it, or just weekend dads, or not really hands-on. If you could relate to this, even if there's dad, even if there's, did I say dads? If there's moms, if there's dads dealing with any teens on their own who, you know, mom is absent and, you know, their children is dealing with that, then I understand now. I understand. And I called my mom and my mom was just like, oh boy, been there, done that. So, you know, it just, it really saddens me because you want to put the pieces together for your children. And I don't want to cause my children no trauma ever. But that's the one thing I have no control over at all. At all. It's like, I just, and I sat and I was just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what should I do? What should I say? Have another conversation with his dad? Like, you know, you have the conversation and then everything is good for like that first week, the check-ins, the, you know, whatever, the hands-on stuff. And then it goes back to normal. My son is going to be 16 years old. I'm already used to it. If something happens to my son, he will show up right away. His dad will show up right away. My son's in the hospital. Anything severe, anything. He's going to stop everything he's doing and show up. But it's like, it shouldn't have to take that. You should just want to be involved in your child's everyday life. You should be hella proud that you have a child who is on the spectrum and he's come as far as he's come. Like, I'm not ashamed that my child is autistic. I love my son. He made me a mother. I've been with my son from day one, every day sleeping in the hospital from birth. So, like, but as a parent, you have to want to be there. You have to decide. You can't just say, oh, you know, I'm gonna leave it to the other parent, or they got it, it's under control, or I'm just caught up in my schedule and what I got going on. No. No. So I just, you know, I'm grateful for the people that I do have in my life. I'm grateful for my mom. I'm hella grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my dad. I'm grateful for my uncle. And yeah, so, but I do understand that when you want your dad, you want your dad. I've been small before too. When you want your dad, you just want your dad. It doesn't matter if your bonus dad could be amazing. Your bonus mom could be amazing. So, yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and tell that little story about what had happened between me and my son and just the craziness that was going on, but ultimately what it ended up really being about, and it just came out during that moment and that timing. And yeah, so any parents going through anything with their teens, you have to pray. You have to stay prayed up. Keep God first. Keep pushing. Open the communication. Allow them to express themselves. Whatever it is that it has to say, even if you don't like it. Let these kids express themselves, because sometimes they suppress things, which I don't know why my son would suppress things. He know I'm talking Tina. But you know, children, every child is different, but you have to let them know and remind them that you're there. Anything they want to talk about, they can talk about. Anything they have to express how they feel, you know, about whatever. And yeah, so that's about it. So I'm gonna let y'all go now, and I'll let y'all in a little bit into what happened. And yes, I'm gonna go eat my breakfast, and I'm going to have the day that I deserve. Make sure you like, make sure you do share out this video. Share out this video, make sure you comment, make sure you are subscribed and staying subscribed. And I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. And also, listen, let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. I'm open to listening, new ideas and stuff like that. And we are family now. So you're subscribed. We are a family now. So give me some content ideas and I will deliver. And I will see you guys in the next video.